Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Welcome to the Anant Katha Channel. Today, I have the honor of narrating this tale, and you all have the privilege of listening to it. For this, we thank the Lord. According to the Devi Bhagwat Purana, Maharishi Vyasa began intense penance on the summit of Mount Sumeru to have a son. For 100 years, he remained without food, engrossed in worshipping Lord Shiva and the goddess Parvati. Due to the power of his penance, the entire universe became pervaded, and his hair turned to the color of fire. Seeing Vyasa's brilliance, Lord Indra became frightened and distressed. Lord Shiva then spoke to Indra and said,
"O Indra, you should never envy nor fear ascetics, for these sages never wish ill upon anyone."
Indra asked, "Why is Vyasa performing such a severe penance? What is his desire, O Lord?" To this, Lord Shiva replied,
"He is performing this rigorous penance with the desire to have a son. He has been doing so for 100 years. Hence I will bless him with a son who will be auspicious."
Moved by compassion, Lord Shiva approached Vyasa and said,
"O son of Satyavati, arise, for you will surely have a son who will be blessed with all kinds of brilliance, wisdom, fame, and who will be loved by all. He will possess sattvic qualities."
Hearing Lord Shiva's sweet words, Vyasa bowed to him and then returned to his ashram. Upon reaching his ashram, Vyasa began to churn sacred firewood with the intention of invoking fire. As the fire emerged from the firewood through the friction, the thought of having a son suddenly struck Vyasa's mind. He thought,
"How will I get a son like the fire born from the churning of firewood? A young, virtuous, and devoted woman from a noble family who can give me a son is not present in my life. How will I find such a wife who is skilled, always dutiful, and loyal to her husband? Any woman, no matter how beautiful or talented, always becomes a cause of bondage. How can I accept this difficult household life?"
As Vyasa was pondering these thoughts, a celestial nymph named Gritachi appeared in the sky. Seeing this beautiful Apsara with her playful glances, Vyasa, who had maintained strict rules and self-discipline, was immediately struck by the arrows of desire and began to think,
"What should I do now in this difficult situation? If I, overcome by desire, accept this Apsara who has come to tempt me, the sages and ascetics will ridicule me. They will say that after 100 years of severe penance, Vyasa, the ascetic, was weakened by the sight of an Apsara. The household life is said to fulfill the desire for a son, grant access to heaven, and lead the wise to liberation. But such happiness cannot be obtained from this celestial maiden. I once heard a story from sage Narada about King Pururava, who fell into great difficulty under the influence of the Apsara Urvashi."
Seeing the beautiful Gritachi, Vyasa was greatly troubled and thought,
"This Apsara is not suitable for me, so what should I do now?"
The Apsara, seeing Vyasa in distress, feared that he might curse her. Out of fear, the Apsara transformed into a female parrot and flew away. Vyasa, surprised to see her in the form of a bird, was taken aback. By that time, however, desire had already taken root in Vyasa's heart, and his mind became greatly disturbed. In the meantime, from the fire produced by the churning of firewood, a beautiful child was born. The child, who had emerged from the fire, glowed as if the fire had been kindled with ghee. Seeing this child, Vyasa thought,
"Could this child have been born as a result of Lord Shiva's boon?"
Vyasa, filled with joy, looked at the divine-bodied child and bathed him with the holy waters of the Ganga. At that moment, flowers rained from the heavens. Vyasa performed the birth rites and other ceremonies for the child. The gods played drums, the Apsaras danced, and all the Gandharvas sang joyously. At that moment, a divine staff, a water pot, and a sacred deerskin descended from the sky for the child. As soon as he was born, the radiant child quickly grew up. Since Vyasa had seen the Apsara Gritachi in the form of a female parrot also called Shuki during the churning, he named the child Shuk. Victory to Mother Goddess.